This is a unit on how to go about learning about financial literacy. It's a self-paced unit, and you are the one that's going to do this by yourself at your own pace. You can do it quickly, you can do it slowly. It is designed to be normally a 50-hour unit. This clip is designed to help you through it at your own pace, and if you need any help, of course there will be some help, but it'll be mostly electronic. Okay, let's go. As you can see, there are 6 units, financial literacy units, FLU 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you'll be working through those in order. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I would advise you to do that. You will access all your learning units from a cloud called BlendSpace. This has been linked either to Yammer, Go247, or you will get a direct link from BlendSpace itself. Let me show you how that works. If you're a student at Grammar, you might access it from this site here, the Yammer site. Alternatively, you can also access it from Go247, which looks like that. You can see here that there's 6 units, as I said to you before. They're all linked up to this thing called BlendSpace, and there is the direct link to the unit there. And this is just a series of tiles, if you like, which you've been asked to follow in order, and you can click on these things to access them, either read that, look at that particular video, look at that website, and so on. Before you start your first unit, there's a few introductory activities and other things I'd like you to know about. This tells you a little bit about what I'm saying now. Importantly, here is a clip that talks about why financial literacy is important, especially among young people like yourselves. Here is a document that outlines all the learning intentions, so all the things you need to know, or that I want you to learn by the end of this unit. You can see here at slide 8, you've got the actual syllabus that I'm delivering to you, and importantly, here is the jump off point to all the other units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you remember, if you come from the Go247 site, they're all up here, so you simply click on those to get yourself going. Let's start with the first one. So the first one you'll be doing is Financial Literacy Unit number 1, Setting Goals. These units have been structured for you to access this site called Money Minded. What it is basically a reading / audio-visual tutorial to give you information. You can skip through this, or if it's all new material, you'll have to go at your own pace to take it in at your own pace. Once you get to this site, here it is here, you'll be directed which one of these activities you should do. The first one that I want you to do for FLU 1, Setting Goals, is knowing yourself. Of course, you're going to know what your own habits are in terms of knowing where to start. Other thing that you'll be doing a lot of is working out what learning intentions there are. So at the start of the unit, it gives you a survey. You can just look at it in the first instance to see, yes, these are the sorts of things I will need to know. At the end of the unit, you can check this yourself to see whether you actually have learnt them. You'll find these at the start of every unit. Here it is, one for setting goals. You simply click on that. It'll come up, and here it asks you, well, do you know about any of those things? As I said to you, it's probably best that you don't actually actively do this survey to start with, but just do it at the end to make sure that you've learned all the things that you needed to do. You'll be asked to view a number of clips. There's this other thing called Edpuzzle, where it includes a clip and questions together. You'll be asked to do activities by going to the website. It may be a quiz, it may be gathering some information or making some notes. You may be asked to undertake a quiz to test understanding. And also there are some accessible tasks as well that are pinned to these slides as well. There are other online mediums which you'll be asked to use at times. For example, and the third unit, which talks about wise consumer and scams. Once you get down to slide 11 in this one, you'll be asked to contribute and create positive statements that will keep other people avoiding scams and financially healthy, as it says here. So you have to double click on here, and away you go. You put your topic and away you go. And then if there's more than one people operating this, then you'll see other people's response as well. So that's the activity side. Here's the important other aspect that I wanted to explain to you, and that is to how to document your learning. And this is important, that you provide us with evidence. No good saying, oh well, I've done it, or I looked at it. You've actually got to provide evidence to say that you've actually done it. So how do you go about doing that? So in the first instance, you need to work out whether you want to have a blog, use a OneNote or Word document. It doesn't really matter. You can even use a PowerPoint if you really wanted to, but they're the ones that one of those I would choose. The sorts of things that you'd put on there is that if you go through and go through the Money Minded site, for example, or been asked to take some notes of a website, you then type that on under a heading. So you take notes of tutorials. You may choose to take screenshots. For example, if you've done a quiz and you've done it successfully or want to show something from that, take a screenshot and dump it in that document. You may also have accessed or produced other documents, web pages, survey and quizzes. You might have a quiz result, and that will give you the hyperlink to show what you've done. You add that as the evidence. You'll be asked to do spreadsheets. You'll be asked to produce documents, and those need to be handed in as well at various stages. But anything that you do, you need to document, and there'll be other stuff as well that I have mentioned. So how do you go about doing that? In the first instance, if you've chosen to do a blog, or indeed a Word document or a OneNote document, you need to create a link and send that to your teacher. Now let me show you how to do that. Here's a document that I will talk to you about in a little moment, about what it is and how to use it. But say for argument's sake, I wanted to share that with somebody. I would go to that there, go to share. You need to get a sharing link, and ideally what you'd want is to do an editing link, so that the teacher can put comments on there and perhaps also help you with drafting certain documents, whatever you want. So you would click on that once, you would copy it, copy it, and then send that link to me via email. It's as simple as that. Your assessment will be done in a number of ways. Of course, I'm going to be looking at your journal progressively, and that's where that link will come in really handy. I can just click on that link and say, oh yeah, they've done this and they've looked at that, and this is where they're up to. They've got this question, I can give feedback, and so on. There'll be some accessible tasks, some case studies and other bits and pieces, spreadsheets that will need to be done, and also be a number of multiple choice quizzes which will be assessed, and that'll form your assessment for the whole unit. What about if you've got some questions? Well, if you're a grammar student, you can yammer it or email it, or if you're outside of the school, you can email it, or there's some other medium that we may organise for communication to take place. Now, if you're a little bit worried about what I've said and need any more guidance, you will also gain access to the document here, the Financial Literacy Learning Outline. So it gives it to you step by step, and it relates it to the slides in the blend space lessons, and of course gives you the links as well. So if you get stuck or don't know what to do, it tells you step by step. This is also going to be accessible from the Go247 site. There it is. You can see there, you can just click through it the same way that I've just done it there for you. Or if you want to download it and save it, you can do that as well. That's easy. Hopefully that's been of use to you. If you have any questions, you need to use the communication methods in order to clarify things. Thanks for listening, and the best of luck.